Hello everyone, this is Pooka and welcome to another video featuring a new Pokemon TCG deck. The one we have for today is actually fairly unique and it involves some pretty cool Pokemon. So we'll go ahead and jump right into it. It's a Butterfree Miltank deck. This is honestly a strange combination of Pokemon, but hey, for some reason they work together. So let's take a look. Now Butterfree isn't anything special. Its attacks are actually pretty bad. It has Quiver Dance, search for a basic energy and attach it to Butterfree, heal 40 damage, 70 for 3 energy. That's just not that great for a stage 2 Pokemon. So there's got to be something else that makes me want to use it, right? Well, yes, that's very true. Miltank has the attack Powerful Friends. It's only 10 damage, but if you have any stage 2 Pokemon on your bench, its attack does 70 more damage. So that's 80 damage for 1 energy if we have a stage 2 Pokemon on our bench. Now we have Butterfree, but why is that special? Well, Caterpie has this awesome ability, Adaptive Evolution. It can evolve during your first turn or the turn you play it. So Caterpie gets to evolve instantly. And Metapod gets to evolve instantly as well, also having Adaptive Evolution, which means we can evolve right to Butterfree. And that means we can go Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree all in one turn, get our Stage 2 in play, and start using Powerful Friends with Miltank. That is the entire strategy of this deck. Get Butterfree out as quickly as possible, and use Powerful Friends for a constant stream of 80 damage. Pretty simple. We have some other attackers as well. We have one Druddigon just because this is just an all-around very good card. Revenge, 20 plus 70 if one of your Pokemon was knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack on the previous turn. And then we also have one Virizion EX. We don't really attack with this, but Verdant Wind is a nice ability. Takes away any special conditions. Prevents them if you have a Grass Energy attached to your Pokemon. So that's it. Miltank, Butterfree. Very simple. We have some item cards to help us do more damage with Miltank. We have 2 Silver Bangle. This does 30 more against Pokemon EX. And then Muscle Band, 20 more in general. So this just helps. Powerful Friends do either 80 or it can either do 100 or 110 with these item cards here, these Pokemon tools. Otherwise, just very simple supporters. We have 4 Professor Juniper, 4 N. We have 2 Chorus, and then 4 Bicycle. Here they are. This is just to kind of get explosive draws and search for those Caterpie, Metapod, and Butterfree right off the bat. We run 4 Level Ball, 4 Ultra Ball, just so we can search for these and get them into play immediately. That's about it. We have 1 Hypnotoxic Laser as well. Maybe the poison damage at some point can help us get a little extra oomph. We have a Lysander. He can help us bring out a Pokemon that we've hit and couldn't quite knock out with Powerful Friends. We can finish it off with that Lysander. Couple switches just to help us get out of the active spot. This is so if we go second and start with anything that's not named Miltank, we can switch into Miltank on the first turn and use Powerful Friends if we manage to get a Butterfree in play as well. Got a Super Rod, just allows us to shuffle in 3 basic energy or Pokemon. This just helps us get Miltank back in the deck. And then 1 Computer Search. This is going to be our most consistent A-Spec card. Just allows us, again, to go off very quickly and just be a very quick, hard-hitting Miltank Butterfree deck, aka Buttermilk. Works out pretty well. So this is the deck. Doesn't take much explanation. So let's go ahead and jump right into a game with, hey, Buttermilk. Now, before I get into this game, I do want to mention, I don't think this is going to be a top-tier deck by any means. It's just going to be kind of a fun deck. It's never going to be one that's, wow, Miltank is so powerful. I don't think it'll ever be that. But if you want a cheap, fun deck, this is for you. I mean, heck, you get to attack with Miltank. How awesome is that? We're going up against a competitive deck. A Plasma Curum is my opponent's active Pokemon there. We do see a Frozen City coming into play. That's pretty annoying because we don't play any stadiums. Probably should have thought about that. And looks like we just see the Chorus Machine and a pass. Now, what in the world? My hand is terrible. We have a Metapod and a Butterfree, but no Caterpie, no supporters, no anything. So we're going to have to use Powerful Friends for 10 damage. that's the downside of Powerful Friends. It only does 10 unless you have the stage 2 in play. But there we see, if I do draw a Level Ball, a Caterpie, a Computer Surge, an Ultra Ball, we can get Butterfree into play immediately and start using that Powerful Friends for 80 damage. Now, my opponent played a Skyline, and I was too busy looking at Miltank, so I couldn't actually see what my opponent took. But while I'm no energy, that means there's no Frost Spear this turn, and I do top deck an Ultra Ball, go figure. We're going to go ahead and go Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Powerful Friends, 80 damage. I could attach that DCE, but I'm not really sure if I want to put it. I might want to save that for like a Druddigon at some point. I can always just put a Grass onto a Miltank, so I'll just hold on to it. And I can also kind of leave my hand to be a mystery. If I put that down, I put myself at 0 cards. And alright, looks like my opponent plays an N. So we got a fresh hand of 6, and we got a game. Of course, Kyurem now has an energy, and will use Frost Spear, I would assume. But, hey, that's not enough to knock out Miltank. We do see a Frost Spear for 50. And then we'll get 30 to a benched Pokemon as well. Maybe, probably hitting Miltank. Oh, no, wow. Actually went for Butterfree. Kind of strange, but, hey. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and Level Ball for Caterpie, and Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree. And just like that, we got another Butterfree in play. I have a Grass Energy. I might just put that on Miltank just to have another attacker ready to go. We have a Silver Bangle. I'm going to go for a Bicycle. I don't know if I want to put down a Bangle or not. It's annoying to have it discarded by Startling, Megaphone, or Tool Scrapper, but oh well. Going to go ahead and get the Miltank. Number 3, we have an army built up already. This is only the 3rd turn. We have 2 Butterfree, 3 Miltank, and we're taking a prize with Powerful Friends. Now, the biggest problem with this deck is you are never going to get one-hit knockouts. 80 damage is just in that area where it's not doing enough. It's doing enough for 2-hit knockouts with Muscle Band and Silver Bangle, but you're not going to knock out a Kyurem that is 130 HP. You're never knocking out a Thundurus EX with 170 HP. It's just not going to happen. So it's kind of annoying. You're not going to get any big knockouts. You're just doing your thing. 80 damage, 80 damage, 80 damage, 80 damage. And you're hoping it's enough to wear someone down because you are using non-EX Pokemon. And taking down 6 non-EX Pokemon can be very annoying, especially when it's doing 80 damage a turn. So hey. I don't know. I mean, it's annoying that you can't get one-hit knockouts. This does allow things to retreat. You know, they can take a hit, and then a big EX can just go to the bench. That's very annoying. But, I mean, that's not the end of the world. If we can just keep getting Miltank out, keep using Powerful Friends, I don't know, possibilities are endless. Not endless. They pretty much cap out at 80 damage, but let's go for a Level Ball on a Caterpie. We got another Metapod into play. And Powerful Friends, 110 damage. Setting up that Thundurus EX to be knocked out. My opponent seems to be powering up a Genesect EX. Not a bad idea since Megalocannon does 100. Miltank has 100 HP. It's an easy one-hit knockout. And oh no, we see a Scramble Switch into the Genesect EX. We see another energy go right onto it. And that'll be a Megalocannon knockout. This is what I'm talking about, the annoying part of this deck. I might need to add more Lysander or more Pokemon Catcher so that we can pick off things that happen to retreat after we hit it with Powerful Friends. I'm not really sure how else to go about it. It's probably the downfall of this deck, why it won't ever really be competitive. It's just 80 damage. It's not enough. We do see the Megalocannon for 120 damage. With those 2 Deoxys EX using its ability Power Connect. And looks like he's going to hit Butterfree for 20. I don't think that damage will really be relevant. Butterfree is weak to Lightning, which is pretty annoying, but well. I'm going with an Ultra Ball here. We see a Druddigon and 2 Butterfree. I think I'm just going to take the Druddigon in this situation. Go ahead and get that on the bench, just so I can get another attacker on the field. We'll go ahead and attach the grass to Metapod since it's the only thing on my bench without damage. We'll get the Silver Bangle on Miltank and then a Muscle Band on Druddigon. Got a level ball. There are no things to search for anymore, so might as well get rid of it. And then we can just Powerful Friends for 110 damage. Again, not a knockout, but we can set it up for Druddigon's Revenge next turn. Get a knockout that way and go from there. Looks like we see a Chorus Machine getting a Plasma Energy onto that Kyurem. And of course, Miltank will be knocked out once again. This is also a bad thing. Miltank only has 100 HP, so it's very easy to knock out every turn. You do need to replace them every single turn. Maybe this deck needs more Super Rod or Sacred Ash, something like that, just to get more Miltank back. Super Rod's probably the card of choice in that situation, but here we see another Megalo Cannon. Let's see where this 20 damage is going to go. It's got 4 targets to pick from. Looks like going for Butterfree that already has 20 on it. And here, I think we just promote the Druddigon and go for Revenge. Seems like the best thing to do here. So there we go. DCE on Druddigon. And we'll go ahead and play an N this turn. Got another Butterfree into play. A lot of Butterfree, a lot of just sitting around not doing much. And there's Revenge for 110 damage. 90 plus 20 from the Muscle Band. Got a Miltank out of the prizes. So things are certainly looking up at this point. We do see a startling Megaphone. It's going to discard the Muscle Band. I don't think that'll be particularly relevant. But we do see a Frost Spear for 70 after a Hypnotoxic Laser. And, wow, I actually live with 10 HP. Go figure. Alright, so Druddigon, I can't leave him active, otherwise he gets knocked out by poison. And this turn, Revenge only does 20. So that's a bad idea. So I think I'm going to either retreat or switch. And it's just a decision, do I want to use Butterfree or Miltank in this situation? I think I might actually use Butterfree. I can computer search for a double colorless, I suppose. And we can just use Gust. My opponent still has to take 3 prizes. And the thing is, he's not going to knock out that Butterfree using Frost Spear. So he can only really take 1 prize with the Kyurem. It's either going to be attaching and using Blizzard Burn, or Frost Spearing and knocking out the Druddigon on the bench. And that means there's still 2 more prizes to take. And that Thundurus EX is damage on the bench, so we might be able to pick it off with Lysander eventually. We'll go ahead and attach that DC to Butterfree after the switch. We can Bicycle for 3. Could have played the Muscle Band, but for some reason I feel like I should probably hold on to it for a good situation. I'm not sure if I'll actually need it anymore, but you never know. I could Lysander this turn. I have that in my hand. We could bring out Thundurus EX, go down to 1 prize, and that doesn't seem like a bad idea. I think the better option is just to deal with the Kyurem now. We're going to have to do it eventually to win. So might as well just take it out now before it gets too many prizes. Right, if I were to Lysander, bring out Thundurus, and then he Frost Spears, and then I Gust, and then he Frost Spears again. I mean, that could be pretty annoying. Or Kyurem could just retreat. I mean, I just want to deal with it now. Seems like the better option. And now we'll have to see, are we going to see the Frost Spear or an Attach and a Blizzard Burn? Frost Spear would pick off Druddigon, go down to 2 prizes. Either way, I'm happy. We got to attack with Butterfree. We got to Gust with Butterfree. How awesome is that? And we just see Frost Spear does take down the Druddigon. I'm going to go ahead and just attach the Muscle Band this turn. In case of an N, I just wanted to be able to Lysander out that Thundurus EX. We do see Deoxys coming into the fray. Coming into the active spot. And we could, I don't know, what are we going to see? I suppose a Chorus Machine and an Energy would be a Helix Force for a knockout, but as long as my opponent doesn't play something like a Max Potion or an N, we're good. We have the Lysander in hand. We can bring out that Thundurus EX and Powerful Friends. Think about it, we're taking out a Team Plasma deck with a Miltank. This must be Whitney's Miltank, using rollout all the way. Oh man. Shadow Triad for the Chorus Machine. I suppose my opponent will be going for the Helix Force this turn. We see that Plasma Energy and yes, the Prism Energy, but that means Miltank is going to come in here. And the big bad Lysander. I think we got it here. My opponent, yes, 120 damage on that Thunderous EX already. Let's go for it, Lysander. And Powerful Friends, 100 damage. And hey, sometimes a simple attack over and over and over and over is enough to win. Sometimes boring is better. And Miltank and Butterfree combined to take down a Team Plasma deck. How awesome is that? So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will certainly have some more for you soon. I am Pooka from the Top Cut, and I will see you guys next time.